Should I sell my house? If you've been asking yourself this question lately, I've got good news. It's a great market for sellers right now. Limited inventory continues to drive the house prices up, and the latest data shows that nearly half of recently sold properties were on the market for less than a month. Of course, the decision to sell your house isn't based solely on market conditions. You have to take your personal situation into account, and that's where expert advice comes in handy. What's up everybody? My name is Marc with Team Powerhouse Realty, and today I'll be elaborating on 7 signs that you may be ready to sell your house. If you're new to the channel, welcome. For the rest of you, welcome back. If you find anything in today's video helpful, then please consider becoming a subscriber down below, as well as turning on the little notification bell that alerts you every time I drop a new video. Additionally, I have a bunch of other videos on my channel that cover a variety of topics, such as my most recent video detailing why now is the perfect time to get top dollar for your home. There should be a little pop-up up in the top right upper corner here somewhere. That's going to take you to that video. But enough of that stuff, let's dive into the first and potentially most critical sign. Sign number 1, you've got equity on your side. For most homeowners, being financially ready to sell your house comes down to just one factor: equity. During the housing meltdown of 2008 and 2009, millions of homeowners in North America found themselves with negative equity, which meant they owed more on their homes than they were worth. Now clearly, selling your home when you have negative equity is a bad deal. It's called a short sale. Breaking even on your home sale is better, but it's still not ideal. If you're in either of these situations, don't sell unless you have to in order to avoid bankruptcy or foreclosure. For the last several years, home values have been on the rise, by leaps and bounds in many cases. That means that most homeowners are building equity. Their homes are now worth more than what they owe on them, and that trend will persist as they pay down their mortgages and the home values continue to rise. Figuring out how much equity you have may sound complicated, but the math is actually quite simple. Here's how it works. First, grab your latest mortgage statement, and then find your current mortgage balance. Next, you'll need to know what the value of your home is. While it's tempting to use figures from online valuation sites or like a BC assessment or something like that to determine what your home is worth, they're not always accurate. In fact, the BC assessment is quite often wrong. Ask an experienced real estate agent to run a free comparative market analysis, or a CMA, for your best estimate. Once you have those two numbers in hand, simply subtract your current mortgage balance from your home's estimated market value, and the difference is what's going to give you a good idea of how much equity you have to work with. So how much equity is enough? At the very least, you want to have enough equity to pay off your current mortgage, with enough left over to provide a 20% down payment. But if your sale can also cover your closing costs, moving expenses, and an even larger down payment, that's better. Additionally, putting 20% or more on a home keeps private mortgage insurance at bay, which could really save you hundreds of dollars each year. Sign number 2, you're out of debt with cash in the bank. If you don't have all of your financial ducks in a row your first time around the home buying block, you'll probably learn a few things the hard way, like the fact that Murphy's Law can smell broke from miles away. If it can go wrong, it will. Put those lessons to good use and be a money-smart home buyer the next go around. Start by taking a hard look at your finances. If you've paid off all of your non-mortgage debt and have like 3 to 6 months of expenses in your emergency fund, that's a good sign that you're financially mature enough to purchase another home. Sign number 3, you can afford to buy a home that fits your lifestyle better than your current one. Another factor to consider is how well your home meets your everyday needs. Perhaps you could use another bedroom or even 2 to accommodate your growing family. Or maybe your kids have all moved out and you're ready to downsize. Empty nesters can really benefit from selling while rates are low. It's freeing to sell a large home, pay cash for a smaller one, and invest the rest for your retirement. Whether you're sizing up or you're sizing down, make sure that your mortgage fits your budget. Sign number 4, you can cash flow the entire move. Now don't get so carried away by the excitement of your next home that you forget to account for the cost of leaving your current one. Hiring professional movers, save up cash to cover the cost of packing and hauling your stuff away. You should also invest a little to get your current place ready for prime time. Focus your home improvement dollars on paint, curb appeal, plus if you need some kitchen or bathroom upgrades, now's probably a good time to do it. A little bit of fresh paint and elbow grease can go a long way into making a great impression and getting your home sold fast. Want a bonus tip that doesn't cost a dime? Clear out the clutter. Just get rid of it. Neat closets and tidy shelves make your home look larger. Plus, it just gives a better first impression. So tip number 5, you're emotionally ready to sell. If your numbers show you're financially ready to make a move, great. But don't forget, selling your home is an emotional issue too. Before you plant that for sale sign in the front yard, take a minute to answer just a few more questions. Are you ready to put the work in to get your house ready for viewings? Are you committed to keeping it ready to show for weeks and sometimes months? Are you ready to hear the reasons why potential buyers believe your home is just not perfect? Are you ready for honest and sometimes hardball negotiations over what buyers are willing to pay for your home? And are you really ready to move out and leave the place where your family's made so many great memories? Now don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to talk you out of selling your home. I just want you to be completely ready when you do decide to move on to the next stage of your family's life. A qualified real estate agent will give you a clear picture of what it's like to sell your house and also help you to discern if now is the right time for you, both financially and emotionally. Sign number 6, you understand the market a little bit. Now, no one can predict how the housing market will perform, but it was predicted last year already that the month's supply of inventory would be a bit lower than usual at the beginning of this year. COVID-19 briefly had an impact on house sales for the month of April, but the market has since come back in full force, and sales have gone up dramatically by 270%. There was 27 sales total in April, and there was 100 sales total in June. The average house price increased by 8.87% in the last 12 months, from it being at $370,000 in June of 2019 to soaring all the way up to $403,000 as of this June. All of that to say that house prices are riding high. Now with rents up and mortgage rates down, many renters are looking to buy their first home. There's just one problem. They're having trouble finding homes that are for sale within their price range. According to a recent publication, there are 20% fewer entry-level homes on the market today in North America than there were this time last year. A lot of investors snatched up the bargains on entry-level homes when their own markets started to become too pricey, and they've since turned those into rental properties here in Prince George. Now, if you took any economics in school, you've learned all about supply and demand. When supply is down and demand goes up, prices trend upwards as well. That means your home might be worth more than you think. And tip number 7, last but not least, you're ready to sell your home when you have a real estate agent. The reasons already mentioned are essential to consider before selling your home this year. But remember, the real estate market is unique, and so is your financial situation. Consult an experienced real estate agent to find out how the 2020 housing market is shaping up in your area so that you can decide if a sale makes financial sense for you and your family. If that agent is me, great! But there are many excellent agents in Prince George, so you'll want to partner with a pro that you can trust to provide honest advice so that you can do what's best for you and your budget. A top agent puts service before sales, but also has a detailed plan and knows how to get things done when it's time to sell. Selling your home is a big deal. A real estate agent does more than just schedule showings of your home. They bring experience and confidence to the table when they handle their many job duties, which include giving you advice about updates or repairs that will make your home more attractive, helping you set a price for your home, marketing your home so that it receives as much exposure to potential buyers as possible, which in my own business is heavily focused on social media and obviously YouTube. They're also going to schedule showings with potential buyers, and they're going to advise you as you negotiate offers, as well as handle all of the required paperwork, which is just such a blessing for you when you're trying to make a move. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. We'll take care of it. Now, don't trust just anybody with one of your biggest financial investments. Work with a high-octane agent who knows the market well, knows the latest technology and strategies for marketing your home, and is continuously growing and learning to find new and innovative ways to drive more traffic or create more exposure for your property. In this day and age, it's not enough to merely snap a few cell phone pictures, slap it on MLS, and call it a day while waiting for the phone to ring. But sadly, that still happens all too frequently. A pro can also help you navigate the search for your next home, making the process much more streamlined by paying attention to closing dates and timelines that fit both the need for your home sale to complete as well as the time for you to find a new home that you love, so that the transition from selling to buying can be a seamless one. So there you have it, folks, my 7 signs that you're ready to sell your home. If you can think of any tips or advice that I missed, drop those in the comments section below, because I really do enjoy continuing to grow and learn in this business. Thank you so much for everyone that takes the time to watch these videos. It absolutely means the world to me. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share some of the things that I've learned along the way with you guys, and hopefully provide some valuable information and insights. Have a good day, everybody.